Hey everyone, Hybrid Tour Reviews here, taking a look at the Star Wars The Black Series Ben Kenobi from the Tibedon Station scenes in Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is a Target exclusive here in the US, and it's been out and readily available for a minute. I've had this guy for a little bit, but honestly, I started getting like the Clone Wars Mallway figures in. I figured they were maybe a bit more relevant. I worked on all those. I did some other videos, and I got to do a video on this guy before he becomes absolutely way too obscure, and he probably already is. But he's a really cool looking figure. I do like the look of him in the box. Let's go ahead and get into the review and take a look at everything that this figure entails. You guys know the drill. As always, we start by taking a look at the figure in the package. We have our Black Series logo up top above the big window showing Obi-Wan and his accessories off nicely, or Ben, I should say. He's undercover. He's Ben right now. Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi across the front in blue. Ben Kenobi, Tibedon Station, warning 4+ Hasbro. This side of the box features cool artwork of Ben just standing there stoically. His name is down at the bottom. Around this side, you got your wraparound window, wraparound blue stripe, and your Black Series logo. Around back, you get a zoomed-in look at that artwork. You get the Black Series logo, his name, that same bio about the show, not the character, just the show that all the other Kenobi figures have gotten. He's number 6 in the Kenobi lineup. Got a bunch of legalese, your Disney and Hasbro logos. Bottom of the box features barcode, more legalese, more logos. Top of the box features a hanger tab, a little window, lets a little bit of light in the box, which makes him maybe stand out a little bit more if you keep your figures in the box. I'm not a loser. I play with my toys, so let's go ahead, open them up, and take a look at what we're getting here. So here's Ben Kenobi out of the packaging, looking really cool, and one thing that should probably just be noted before we get too into it is that if you have this figure, you have this figure in different colors, which is fine. I don't mind a good repaint, but there is very little new here. So to run through our accessories, he comes with his blaster pistol, looking excellent. This is in a very gunmetal, I want to say gray, but it's also sort of almost like with a coppery hue. It's very nice looking, with a black grip there. Looks nice. Features a trigger finger on the right hand. As you see, it's a very compact pistol, very small, very discreet, and he holds it well. He also features a working holster, which once you get the blaster in there, it's probably going to stay forever, because even though Obi-Wan has a pistol in the show, let's be fair, it's just so uncivilized. He also comes with his lightsaber, looking excellent. I love the shade of blue they've chosen for these. It just is a perfect representation. They're very clear, but still very bold coloring. Getting down to the hilt, very nice paint app, so that the copper gets maybe just a touch sloppy on mine. Not too bad. I don't really like the dark gunmetal at the emitter. I know that was a little bit more accurate to the Guinness era, or the Alec Guinness prop. I'm not super keen on it here. Did the original one do that? I guess it did it too. So these are very similar. But yeah, I kind of wish it was still silver on the emitter, like the lower body and pommel, but that's okay. As is standard, features a removable blade and a peg on the side of the hilt. And he features a peg hole on the hip, where you can just peg in the saber for belt storage. Or, if you don't want him walking around wearing it, one of our new accessories is this backpack. Now, he wears the backpack very nicely when you take off the new cloak. Personally, I prefer the cloak look, so the backpack is going to get set aside, but it has two very nice working pinned straps, where you can lift up the rubber front or rubber top overlay. As you see, it's very hollow. A lot of the photos, promotional photos for this figure, showed him drawing his lightsaber, like from the bag as he was holding it. So yeah, that also doubles as solid saber hilt storage. One thing you may choose to do when displaying this figure is to not even include the lightsaber while displaying him, because while he was wearing his blue shirt outfit on Tatooine, the lightsaber was buried in the desert. I believe he was still wearing the blue shirt when he dug it up in the desert, but when you actually see him wearing it, you know, at the port station getting ready to leave Tatooine, he then had it on his belt in his gray outfit. So, not to get super in-depth, but you could potentially not display it with. However, I'm glad they included it. Whenever they have an option to include a saber and don't, it usually bothers me. Even if it's a time or an outfit that they don't use their saber. For instance, the medal ceremony Luke not coming with a lightsaber really bothered me. So did the Stormtrooper disguise Luke. Again, I know he didn't use a saber in those outfits, but it's Luke. He should have it. So I'm glad it's included here. Looking at Obi-Wan, he is wearing that new fabric cloak very well. I will say this is a very fiddly cloak. So it kind of features a mane section, and then there are like these two flappy stringies. And I've basically, to make it look this nice, I've had to just pull it down his torso, tuck a little bit under his chin. It does make it a little gappy around the back, but that's fine because I'm going to be looking at him head on the shelf. And it lays rather nicely that way. I prefer it over the right shoulder. I think that's the way it just lays best. Very nice, soft material, very similar to the the Wandering Jedi's cloak. Otherwise, this is Wandering Jedi Obi-Wan in a recolored blue shirt. I do like the blue. I will say it's a very nice change from your standard Obi-Wan in some sort of tan. I'd like to point out, Obi-Wan is worried about looking discreet and stuff throughout the show, but he decides to put on this big Jedi-looking robe while wearing Jedi tan shirt and Jedi brown pants, and the boots are a little bit different, so they're not very Jedi-looking boots. But, it's like he was like, okay, the Jedi, wardrobe store is closed, so let's just go to Kohl's or whatever and find the next best thing that looks just like a Jedi outfit. So, I do kind of like the blue, just because you don't really see that as a Jedi color very often. It's always tan or gray or brown. So, it was just kind of nice. I don't know. I do like this outfit a lot. Of course, having said that, you are probably rather familiar with everything you're getting here. There's a lot of really nice fabric sculpting, going throughout. It's a very windswept looking outfit. Maybe just a smidge too clean, they have to use moisture evaporators to get a little bit of drinking water on Tatooine. So what's the clothing cleaning situation? I guess they do dry cleaning, but I didn't see them with a dry cleaning rig in the cave. So I'd imagine that these would be a little bit grungier. So that's, maybe a little nitpick. You could maybe use a wash. The pants look very clean, as do the boots. Just something I wish they'd weather a little bit. Do get a little punch in of silver on the belt buckle there, so that's kind of nice. And yeah, otherwise, very familiar. So let's go ahead and run through our articulation. It features a double ball neck, allows him to look that far up, bury his chin that far down. He can rotate and pivot. He can do a really good T-pose, 360 at the shoulder, and there's a little bit of a butterfly joint in there. Single jointed elbows can go a little past 90 and rotate, 360 at the wrists. Both of them hinging up and down. A modification I did to my Wandering Jedi one is the sleeves on this Obi-Wan mold are so long that they cup the whole wrist joint, and they don't really let you get the maximum use out of that vertical hinge. So I cut the sleeves back a little bit. It is barely noticeable, but you see the hand is just engulfed, almost up to the thumb. And I freed up the entire, back of the hand, and I had to cut back a lot. But you do get some really good vertical hinging action there. So for this one, I don't know that I'm going to do too many saber poses, so I'm probably not going to do that. But yeah, just one thing that does bug me with this sculpt. His shirt, or his upper torso, can crunch that far forward, so far back that you gap the waist. So then at least you can get all you could ask for there, right? You can rotate, pivot, his legs kick apart that far, and kick pretty far forward, tiny bit back. Upper thigh rotation, single jointed knee that can go to 90 and rotate. No boot cut, and the feet can point straight down. Pretty far forward, and there's forward-facing pin for rocker, allowing Obi-Wan to get some really nice stances with both feet flat on the ground. To do some size comparisons, how about we bring in Reva, looking rather good. A great figure from last year. One of my favorites, if you saw my top 10 list. And Tika, because not only is Obi-Wan down on his luck, but he needs to be verbally harassed by a Jawa. So I gotta say, I did like Tika in the show too. That was just a pretty solid bit, and I love this show. It's such a good show. So, end of the day, what do I think of Tibedon Station Ben Kenobi? This is such a good figure. I don't know. I'm extremely in love with the Kenobi show still. I consider it one of Disney Plus's finest. And so I'm going to be happy with just about anything they give us from this. Do I think this is an essential figure for your collection? Well, I will openly say that he only wears this episode from he only wears this outfit for one episode of the series, and it does not make a return appearance, and he is not doing anything actiony in this episode. So, you could logically say that you don't need it, but I think you probably do. It's a really fun look. I love the blue. It poses just as well as Wandering Jedi, and other than that vertical wrist, hinge articulation comment that I made, I am very satisfied with this body mold. I really like this cloak. It's a little fiddly, but it looks really good once you get it set up right. It just does the part. The likeness is still a touch soft. They've done better Ewan McGregor likenesses before, and this one is not bad. You can see it. It's in there, but it's also just a touch off. But yeah, I'm really happy with this one. I'm glad I finally got a chance to open them up and share them with you guys. What do I want more from the Kenobi line? I mean, we have that fourth sister or whatever coming. We have the Jabim Jedi robes outfit Obi-Wan from the later half of the show. I already have the Purge Trooper. That'll be a review coming up very soon. I mean, really, we just need Kid Leia, right? I mean, like, why are they not talking Kid Leia? And that's weird, too, because, like, not only is Hasbro not doing Kid Leia, they haven't said they won't, just nowhere announced, but we don't even have, like, a Funko for Kid Leia. Like, there's nothing for Kid Leia. Like, give us some Kid Leia. Like, I need an Obi-Wan shelf where we have an Obi-Wan at the front with her standing just behind, peeking around because, he's protecting. Like, that is the show. And I need Kid Leia for the Kenobi shelf. Come on, Hasbro. Get to it. Kid Leia. So, anyway, great figure, great likeness, or, great likeness to the outfit and soft likeness to the face. But it's Obi-Wan. It looks like Obi-Wan. I love it. I think you should pick it up. I get it if you don't, but I think you should. He's readily available. I don't know that he's in stock on Target.com. I imagine he is, because every Target I go to has like 5 or 6 of them on the shelf at all times. So yeah, track down Tibedon Station Ben Kenobi. Excellent pickup, and just one of my favorites. I really like this one a good deal. I'm gonna go. Thanks a lot for watching. It means a lot that you did. If you enjoyed, you should leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that end of video stuff. I'm going to go get to work on some other videos. So until next time, may the Force be with each and every one of you. Bye!